Not
It's
yes.
uploading.
Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
It's
Yes.
visible. Yes. Okay. What is TBL? One more time, we have to recall it because they are nearly the same with project-based, but project-based learning approach, it's a bit larger one. That's why. Who can tell me the TBL? What is it? We learned it.
It's
Yes.
it's an approach where students are given some interactive activities.
Yes. Charas?
By doing tasks, they will one more time recall the previous lesson and also as well practice the new one.
Yes. So, for example, in TBL, you will given one task, like it can be grammar exercises or some kind of making dialogues by using new collocations, new phrasal verbs, or some grammar forms. Yes. And while completing the task, you will interact with your partners because you have to communicate, you have to interact. Yes, in TBL method, I mean in approach. And you will do the TBL in one lesson, not during the year or not during whole term. Yeah, it's a bit, who is that? Okay, it's not very large. It's not very large project. It's just an activity which is done during the lesson. But project-based learning, it is larger because you will deal with this project during your academic year or whole term. What does it mean? TBL bilen faqatgina darsda shug'ullanadigan bo'lsangizlar, for example, you will be given one task like making a dialogue using present simple. Yes, you will do it in one lesson, but project-based learning, it is larger. For example, you have to conduct some research about environment. Then you have to prepare your presentation in order to give your report, your result to the teacher and to your group mates. Yes, so it is larger one, project-based learning. For example, you have to write one letter about inviting someone to any kind of project or to any kind of ceremony, and you have to learn how to write it. Yes. And in order to write this letter, you may work with your partner. It can be individual work or it can be group work. Mostly task-based learning approach focus on grammar forms. Yeah, but project-based learning, in this method, in this approach, you will learn how to collaborate, how to work with others, how to develop your public speaking skills. Understandable? So, task-based learning approach will be employed during the lesson, and you will do just one activity, but project-based learning will be much larger, and you will do it during your academic year or during your whole term, during one semester, for example. Understandable? Okay, in this PowerPoint presentation, you may see the 8 features of project-based learning. The first one engages students in complex real-world issues and problems. Where possible, the students select and define issues or problems that are meaningful to them. As I mentioned before, the TBL and project-based learning, they are nearly the same, yes? But TBL, it's just an activity. Project-based learning, it is project, yes, it's larger. So in the project-based learning approach, you also take one problem, For example, environmental problem, yeah, then you will do some researches, you will take some interviews from some people, from your neighbors, then you will write, you will prepare presentations, or you will write reports, and you will show your presentation to the class. Understandable, but it's also here, it's written real world issues and problems, yes? So it's the tasks should be taken from real life problems. Understandable. The first feature of the project-based learning. The second, it requires students to use inquiry research, planning skills, critical thinking, and problem solving skills as they complete the project. Okay, Dinara, Charas, Shahnoza, why do we need this kind of skills, like critical thinking skill, problem solving skill, planning skill, in order to complete the project, or in order to employ the project-based learning approach in our classroom? Okay, why do we need this one, these skills? Why they are essential?
Because as name it calls, project is something that requires a really detailed thing. Before doing it, we should plan what we are going to do, so skill. And of course, critical thinking is necessary when we are going to think about this problem, this environmental problem. We should find the very thing that attracts people, the audience, in order to make project more interesting and more updating one. For example, we mustn't choose some old-fashioned problems, but come with new ones that really will be for the people that are going to know about this project. And also problem solving skill is necessary to think about how we can solve this problem, how we can find the way to make the situation better. Because at the end of the project, we should present our opinion or our goals, the way we are going, the step we are going to take to make to solve this problem.
Thank you, Charas. Rayhan, what's your opinion about these skills? Any of them you may speak.
So I think that these all skills are like a fundament to others, because we use these skills not only in study or in some project making in our projects, but in our daily life also. Like such kind of problem solving is very essential skill, and as an planning skills, because we will plan how to say our future life also in the future. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Any ideas, any opinions about these skills? Others? No one? Okay, let's move. Okay, this one. Third feature of project-based learning. It requires students to learn and apply content-specific skills and standards and knowledge in a variety of contexts as they work on the project. So, content-specific skill or standard, what does it mean? Content-specific,
It means like information.
Information. For example, you will be given different kind of projects, yes, and you have to gather different information data according to your project, and there will be different information or different kind of examples for your project, for your topic. In this case, you have to differentiate their meaning, the content of the text, yes. For example, here, and knowledge in a variety of contexts as they work on the project. You know, there are different learners. For example, in your classroom, variety of students with different thinking. Yes, their knowledge is different, and they show different kind of. They can share different opinions, ideas about one context. Yeah, for example, you will be given one text, then they will share different ideas about the project. It's very essential content specific skills. All learners have this kind of skill because they understand the context in a different way if they read it. Yeah, am I right?
Yeah.
Understandable.
Mhm.
Charat? Others?
Yes.
Başkalarına avukat pişirmek.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes,
next.
but
It provides opportunities for students to learn and practice interpersonal skills as they work in cooperative teams and, whenever possible, with adults in workplaces or the community. What does it mean? For example, in order to complete the project, you will be divided into different groups, yes? And in groups, there will be different learners, learners with different language levels, or their learning style can be various, and even their knowledge can differentiate from each other. Yeah, that's why you will collaborate, and you will learn, you will improve your interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills, they are collaboration, cooperation, teamwork, public speaking, sharing ideas, or socializing. All of them are called interpersonal skills. Can you, who? Sagdiana, can you hear me?
yes, yes.
Okay. What's your opinion about interpersonal skills?
I think it's about like communication between students, and they can exchange their opinions and learn new things from each other.
Yes, you will learn new things. And for example, one student talks about the decoration, another will speak about the idea, another one can plan the work or the report in a very accurate way, yes, and it will be very great work if you work with group. Okay, next one. 5. It gives students practice in using the array of skills needed for their adult lives and careers, how to allocate time, resources, individual responsibility, interpersonal skills, learning through experience, and etc. Another one, who is Madina? Madina, are you here? No. Hasiat? Hasiat?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So here in this slide, the careers and adult lives are mentioned, and they will learn how to allocate time or the resources, and they may develop their interpersonal skills or their individual responsibility if they work in a project with group mates, in a group. Okay, understandable. What's your opinion about this slide? I mean, about this information?
I think it's positive. Working, collaborating with somebody in a group gives a lot of opportunity to improve at first interpersonal skills such as communication skills, social skills. Maybe they can learn new things about others, because if they don't have that talent or that skill, looking at their partner, they can learn, or competitive skills can improve person's abilities. If somebody better than you or than other student, that student try to work hard at themselves, and they can improve after it.
So you will learn from others who are better in different skills. Some of them can be very sociable, some are very good at speaking or in public speaking skills, yes? So
or creative skills also can be improved in doing group work, in cooperating with others.
Yes. Thank you, Khasiyat. Now we will move to the next one. In this feature, you may see here includes expectations regarding accomplishments, learning outcomes. These are linked to the learning standards and outcomes for the school state and are stated at the beginning of the project. So what does it mean? When you complete the project, you have to show your result. For example, you took the problem environment, yes? And your result should be solution for any kind of environmental problem. Understandable? Yeah, Rahima, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
What's your opinion about this information, about the result or the outcome of the project?
So outcome will come it is related to the efforts which are made by students, how much they try to accomplish assignments at the given time. Do they meet the deadline? Do they meet the requirements or something like this, from my point of view?
Yes. Suraya, can you hear me?
Yes. Good afternoon, teacher. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. Thank you. Fine. Okay. What's your opinion about the accomplishments, the outcomes of the project? It will be shown on the standards, or it will be shown on the requirements of your project, and you should be ready for it. Yes, when you finish your, or when you complete your project. Okay, what kind of outcomes or results should be given after finishing your project? For example, you have to report it, yes?
Yes.
By presenting.
So I'm not sure about what kind of project we are talking, but I'll try to give my brief information. So accomplishments will
be... you may take one example, any kind of topic, in order to prepare a presentation by completing your project. For the project, so you may take any kind of topic.
Okay. So accomplishments would be kind of, if we take into account the requirements of it should meet all the expectations. It should give brief information to the students. As soon as the others understand it, comprehend it greatly, so then the main argument of this presentation can be accomplished, I think, in my opinion. Yeah. And also making students interested until the end. For example, you know, there are some kind of presentators who always kind of do presentations, but not in interesting ways. They just choose typical standard kind of PowerPoint, and that's it. I think and also should be given some kind of attention. They should search for templates on the internet and making design entertaining, and also giving just points, ideas, not full sentences, kind of full text would be just cherry on a cake, I think.
So you have to make it interesting and attractive. You mean your presentation, yes?
Yeah.
But in the presentation, you have to show your solution or the accomplishment of the task at the end of the explanation. So this issue, it is our issue, and we did kind of research, and we go to somewhere, and we will make some interviews with people, and at the end of our project we will find out this solution for this problem. It will be your
achievement
solution.
in that project.
Yes.
Solution.
Yeah, it will be your solution, or it will be your result or the outcome, I mean.
Yeah,
okay.
The outcome of the presentation, just giving briefly what we did during this survey, during this project. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Thank you too. So next one, it incorporates reflection activities that lead students to think critically about their experiences and to link those experiences to specific learning standards. What does it mean? Abdullaeva. Who is that? Abdullaeva? Abdullaeva, can you hear me?
It's Guli.
Guli? No answer. Isaif. Who is Isaif?
Islam.
Islam, can you hear me? No. Malika. So, good afternoon. What's your opinion about this one? In order to complete the activities, you have to think critically about your experiences, and you have to compare your experience with the learning standards. So the learning standards will be given in order to do the project work, and you have to analyze your own experience, your result, for example, and you have to think critically how to complete the project, how to plan it, how to conduct survey, or how to work with group mates. So you have to compare all the things, and you have to think critically. Why do we need critical thinking in this part?
I think that it can help us to plan correctly our project.
Yes.
And it is like Sablon, yes. And
so you have to compare your own experience, your learning experience, with the specific learning standards. Yes. If you have very good critical thinking skills, you may compare it. You are able to compare it, because if you are not, if you do not think very critically, you cannot compare them. Why? Because you will analyze them, then you will think about your own learning experiences, then you will compare them with the specific learning standards. And at the end of the comparison, you will develop your own learning experiences. So if I do this task in this way, I can make much better work like this. Understandable?
Yes.
Okay. Others, any questions about this one, this slide information? We have just 1 minute. Hazır çıkadı. Kızlar başkattan koşulasıla bolan. 1 minut kalıptı.